And hopefully we're live. We are taking the Fort Lauderdale water taxi. It is so convenient, so easy. Tonight we're going to be doing this for the Christmas. We're going to listen to them tour. Tonight we're going to be doing this for the Christmas tour. So you've got to experience this. It's absolutely breathtaking. That is a noisy bridge. What do you think? That's it. That's it. Your Instagram followers are going to be stoked you're in Florida. Quarter, 500,000, my friend. 500,000. 500,000 what? Followers. Really? Promoting tourism and you guys. I love that, dude. Where are you from? I'm from Connecticut. Oh, that's so cool. And I'm mic'd, so nobody else can be heard, but you can because of that. You're mic'd? I'm mic'd. Mic'd. Oh my goodness. You're the real deal. Absolutely. I don't know 500,000 people. We got 500,000 followers. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. You got like guru material. I'm Dennis Schleicher. Dennis. Yes. So we are going to get an awesome tour. But tonight it's going to be even better because we're going to be doing the Christmas lights, which is so cool. But I want you to see what I'm seeing rather than looking at me. You can be looking at, yep, perfect. Okay, good. Just zipper it. Yeah. I had that out so I could explain what ports we were at. But that's okay. No big deal. It's all right. All right. So what we're going to do is just look here. These are the different stops you take. So it takes about an hour and a half to go all the way down. And it is worth it. It is worth it. Oh my gosh, you sound like the cheering section at a golf tournament. Oh my goodness. And they even have a bathroom. How cool is that? All right. Captain Chuck. It's good to have you. Welcome. We're glad you're here. This is Dave. Dave's our first mate. And that big ass a drink of water back there in the green. Well, that's Donald. Everybody say hi, Donald. Hey, Donald. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite time of day. Why? I'm glad you asked. Because this is the time of day when Donald does his Coast Guard mandated safety briefing. Oh, my goodness. Donald's got a couple of scans, and we're going to take care of that, ladies and gentlemen. We are on federal waterway. We're federally regulated. You ever fly in an airplane? You know how they have to do that? Happy ants up front and tell you about this stuff? Well, we have to do that too. Donald's about to do it. You have to pay for the whole seat, right? But you're only going to need the edge. Hey, Jenny, thank you for joining. Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard the Fort Lauderdale Water Taxi. We are a United States Coast Guard regulated vessel. We do have on board our personal flotation devices, also known as life vests. We ask you to remain seated while we pull in and out of the... Jenny, it is beautiful. It is for your safety. Much different than the Everglades today. No smoking or vaping while on board. And thank you. We do sell beer, wine, water, and sodas. Just scan the QR code and it will bring up the menu. So this is the Sunset Cruise. And also for the month of December, we have our holiday light tours, which we'll be doing later tonight. At 8:30 p.m. It's an hour and a half of the Intracoastal of all the houses and boats decorated for the season. And it includes a drink with that and Christmas holiday music. My name is Donald. We got Captain Chuck and our mate, Dave. And I want to thank you. Our friend SAG says hello. I am. Nice to meet you. It is just his second. We are in actually Fort Lauderdale, my friend. Thank you for joining. It's a lot. If you have questions, they will answer them. Guys, this is all about supporting local tourism for the state, for the state of Florida. But she's also a raging alcoholic. Her liver's the size of a fruit. Look at these. Yeah, you're so badly. If you don't drink, we have Coke, Diet Coke, water, and Sprite aboard. So don't be shy. They're ice cold in the cooler. Here's a cool architecture stimulating house. About the Life Fest, right?
Was that a good safety briefing?
And yes, RAH, we are in Lauderdale.
Loss of cabin pressure. Snorkels will deploy from the ceiling.
Oh, he's funny. So we have 14 people on. If you can give this a like, it would help the algorithm.
Landing on the water. If my boat decides to turn into a submarine, we're going to pass out those.
That would help.
Devices.
Okay, so our friend Robert says,
do you guys know why the captain goes down with the ship?
Is the boat parade. Okay, that's going to be tonight. We'll be doing that tonight.
The Titanic's captain is still doing paperwork. That's a lot of paperwork.
And they're going to have the lighting of all the trees and all the houses. Looks like they're still building some of these.
Then we go into stop number 8.
That one's for sale.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you've ever seen an episode of Sesame Street, you're going to know we're going to turn around and do that all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
A captain with a humor.
3 hours to get back here. An hour and a half downtown and an hour and a half back. That's a 3-hour tour.
So an hour and a half downtown Miami.
Don't worry, though.
But we're not going that far.
We don't have very far to shore. I don't think we get too lost out here.
It's easy peasy. So the sun is setting west. Right now we are facing east.
If you look over at those buildings, you see those pink buildings? Those pink buildings are some places where some of the last holdouts, some of the last stars in Fort Lauderdale live, or at least own property, like Liza Minnelli,
Jenny, thank you for the super thanks. It really means a lot. Merry Christmas to you too. Adam Sandler.
Quite a bit. Otherwise, this is a residential neighborhood. Most of these houses are home.
Okay, so our friend Robert says, are you down by commercial? Honestly, I don't know. I think we started at commercial.
Own a car dealership for 12.
And then our friend PRO says, you seem like you're potentially pretty chill, but
the head of a hospital, you never know.
You know what, buddy? Let me talk to you out front. That's what this is not about. This is about tourism. This is about supporting Fort Lauderdale and our friends. So we just need more love in this world. It's not about whether you think, if you're going to continue with all the anti-religious comments, talking about whether or not we're a cult or whatever, you're going to be putting time out. And I mean that because I'm in control of that now.
Which would be about 7:30. Snack.
Maybe. Well, yeah.
Look at these.
This is about enjoying the nice ride. All right. This isn't about
best and brightest.
What religion you are or I am. This is about just enjoying life.
Got married. Did you guys see his new bride?
And then our friend says, is he Captain Howdy? That's a good one. Ah.
Look at Jeff Bezos.
Let's see here.
Oh, congratulations. Well, Jeff Bezos is taken anyway. He just got married to a woman that looks just like Steven Tyler from marriage.
And look at how pretty these are.
They got married in Venice, Italy. Same place. We're named
There's a nice, pretty corner home.
Florida. These canals are dead straight because we sent our young, bright people to Venice to find out what they did right and what they did wrong. You guys know what they did right? They started building an island about 400 AD. By the fall of Rome around 450, that island came in handy. What they did wrong, they built it on logs.
Okay,
man.
There is no threatening people physically on here. This is about having a good time.
So Venice is in trouble. Well, Fort Lauderdale decided we're just going to put up concrete walls.
Hold on a second.
We'll dig out all the swamp. We'll put the goo behind the walls. That'll make dry land. You know what we didn't factor in? Sea level rise, guys. That sea's coming up about a quarter or half an inch every year. We see it. I've been on the water a long time. I see it every year. Our high tide gets a little higher and higher during the king tide events and super moons. Well, the city and the state have decided you have to raise your seawall by several inches or a foot or two, depending on how low it is now. So a lot of these houses have to raise their seawall at least 2 feet. That's all fun and games, right? Till you realize a seawall can cost you anywhere between $1,200. Sky's the limit. You can spend $8,000 per linear foot if you chose to. So, Why does that matter? Most of these homes have about 100 feet of seawall. Hugh Taylor Birch State Park has 1.5 miles of seawall. They have to raise their seawall too, 1.5 miles, because they're a state institution. We speculate that they might have to do some impact studies and other things the state has to do. So it can even exceed 1,000, 2,000 linear foot for 1.5 miles. Very expensive for a park that's not allowed to make a profit. If they don't raise that seawall, though, this brackish water is partly salty, right? Ocean water mixed with.
I just blocked
Laps up
the negative comments, so it's been deleted. Took me a while to figure it out.
Fauna in that park. Up ahead to the right, look at this. This house is for sale. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a splendid home. Now, I don't know, is that the phone number or the price under there? I'm guessing they're probably both pretty close. Then after our big talk about the seawall, that's
We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, heading to Hollywood, Florida.
7 feet of it.
And I'm answering Chuck's question. Jenny, again, thank you.
If you buy this house, I wonder if they give you the 2 giant artist renderings outside. I'd hang those right in the bathroom, but they'll look good. My goodness. Now, they did raise part of that, and they raised the foundation of the house about 4 feet higher than it was before.
That's pretty cool.
You Taylor Birch State Park here on the left. Again, 180 plus acres, a relatively undisturbed, undeveloped nature. You can feel like you're smack dab in the middle of nowhere, smack dab in the middle of Fort Lauderdale.
It's beautiful.
Folks, 180 plus acres is worth billions.
Jenny says, I didn't know there was a Hollywood, Florida. Oh, you don't remember Hollywood Squares? That is pretty cool.
Nearly $100 billion in lumber value. Spectacular, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Now we're coming down. I got to tell you guys a story. We used to have some Canadian friends, before the whole COVID thing. They would come down every year in their small little camper. They're genius. This is so genius. And they would set up camp every day when the park opened, right around the corner here. Every day. They'd roll out the awning.
Okay, so you remember that show, Hollywood Squares? Yes.
It cost them.
It was filmed in supposedly Hollywood, Florida.
Whatever the fuel cost.
JORD_ZTC. Hello, welcome. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, taking a sunset cruise.
Our captains met them, and then he told them everything. We just go to a big box store or a grocery store, stay in the parking lot. In the Keys, that's a big deal. No one really seems to care here. And they got to know some of the businesses anyway. In the morning, they wake up, they resupply, come back into the park. $6 a day. You can't live here for $6 a day as a resident. Brilliant. So I got to tell you, I love that. I love this house. Look at this ultra modern design. This house and the house to the right of it, they both have ocean views. If they go up to the top, they look right over the park. Doesn't that house kind of
That's pretty cool.
A Chick-fil-A or a Target? Oh, look at that guy. He's got an Ohio State flag on his boat.
Absolutely.
Madam, I went. You still like that Ohio State guy? Now, this is kind of fun. I went to Oklahoma State. Nothing's more fun than walking through Ohio in an orange shirt that says OSU and watching the jaws drop and the rating wheel like you have on your computer spin on all the OSU fans. Drives you crazy. They have no idea there was another OSU.
What about the Oregon State?
They never leave Oregon, apparently. Yeah, OSU, not only do they not know there's not another OSU, I'm pretty sure they teach that Columbus, Ohio is the center
So
of the
if you're new on here, let us know where you're from in the live chat comment.
Dots the I.
And be sure to check out the,
Are you from Columbus?
we're going to be doing the Christmas light tour tonight. And our friend Chuck says, is this a new river? Okay, so this is a canal. It's been here, I believe, a couple hundred years. It's intercoastal. So off there is the ocean, about 3 or 4 blocks. Where those bigger condos are over there in the distance, that's the ocean. And then, so this would be Fort Lauderdale Beach. We're going to Hollywood Beach. And then over there is west, would be the West Coast where the sun is setting right now.
I'm running at red line right now.
Hope I was able to answer your question, Chuck. Thank you for joining.
We're all still together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Now this is really exciting. So here it looks like they're doing new construction there. They're building it with cement to basically withstand all the hurricanes. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna see if I can make it back here. Have to be careful and respect our drivers. It's a little louder back here, but this is a view from the back.
Stop number 9. Anybody want to hop off? State Park?
So they're announcing that we're getting off at stop 9, which is the state park. But we're going to stay on so you guys can enjoy this tour.
I'm going to pop off so I can talk to Anthony.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So we're going to pick you up on the way back. Okay. You're mic'd right now. So, okay. So my friend here, let me just give her a shout out here. My friend here is an awesome missionary from Mexico. She's hopping off to talk to her grandson who's serving, and he'll be serving in South America. But right now he's in Texas. So go talk to him and let us know if you need us.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. That is super cool. All right, sorry. Thank you. All right, so what we're doing is, okay, but
Get off.
so let me see your comments coming in. We have it's not a new river, and then our friend Sherry says, is this Jeffrey Epstein's island? I don't think so. I think they would have announced it if it was. This is in Fort Lauderdale because they give us a pretty good tour. And then our friend Chuck says New River and the Intracoastal waterway connect. So it's just a, it's wondering if that section was that or not. Yeah, so this is part of, the water is brackish, supposedly. It's not 100% ocean, but I would say it's probably about maybe 80 to 90% ocean. So it's only, so right now she's getting off
3 hours?
at the state park. 3 hours?
Yeah, before we get back.
I might. So I might. All right. So we have a friend getting off for 3 hours at the state park. Well, I think she likes they have manatees here, it says, right over there.
The whole thing used to be out.
Yeah.
So 1 to 11.
All right. So I'm just going to let them do their thing and talk.
Not this particular one, but a water.
Other ones come. See, like there's one right there, Sandy.
I didn't
With the,
see this specific one.
you can call her.
Another one came and I got on it.
And then,
But no,
well, if you have any more questions, let me know. I can ask the captain.
the whole thing from beginning to end is to be out.
They are super helpful and exciting. And okay, that's cool. Okay, so our friend says, is there a Chipotle in Fort Lauderdale? I don't know if there's a Chipotle restaurant. I do, I like Chipotle, but I haven't seen one. I've been trying not to eat at tourist restaurants, eating at like local establishments, but I have been sick for the past 4 days, so I haven't really left the hotel room. This is the first day I got out. We went to National Alligator Park to take the airboats today, and now I'm doing that. Oh, somebody left a bandana. Wasn't me. All right, let me turn this around.
You don't have to get them back. They're souvenirs.
The way the sun is shining, it's hard to get.
You know, you guys can eBay those things. They'll help supplement or offset the cost of this South Florida vacation. My goodness, here looks.
Look at the size of these boats. Supposedly they're
Side of the boat. You guys see that? That is a Coral Ridge Yacht Club. All right, I'm going to tell you guys a lie. Man, don't look at me like that. You're not the first lady I've lied to. The lie is, it's not true. It's not really a lie. The rumor is the candy bar scene, the Caddyshack was filmed there. That's not true. What did happen in 1964, the Beatles took a break from their tour and they hung out here.
Jenny says hello. So wave hi to Jenny.
Charles Walgreen, first Commodore. He's Walgreens drugstore founder. So very cool history. Our next stop's going to be stop number 8. That is the DoubleTree Hotel Galleria Mall. Guys, if they don't have a shopping mall in their hometown, prepare to be amazed. This thing is a miracle of modern commerce. You can walk into one building, you buy a pair of jeans and cinnamon bun.
Okay, look at the size of these boats.
Shopping mall in your hometown. Well, that's
Some of these are worth $75 million,
Columbus, Ohio.
more than their houses.
Down here, my dear. Check it out. After we leave here, we're gonna.
I'll zoom in.
Gang. Stop number whistle 7 and.
The way the sun is shining, it's hard to see. $75 million, some of these are. It's incredible. Anthony goes, hi, is this Florida? Absolutely. We are in Fort Lauderdale heading down to, we're taking the Intracoastal water taxi, heading down to Hollywood, Florida. Isn't that beautiful? And we have a knowledgeable captain over here. Then we go underneath these bridges. But like, just look at the massiveness of that and the anchors. It's incredible. I think that's where we had dinner last night, was over there somewhere. Because we would see that bridge open and close.
I like it. You got to do it. It's one of those things.
And our friend Chuck asked, do I live in Florida? No, I do not. I live in Connecticut. I am visiting here with my friends from Utah. And, oh, that's so cool. Thank you. She just said somebody follows me. Now we're going underneath the bridge. And this is where the boats get really big over here. As soon as the sun starts to go down, you'll see the boats a lot better.
Gentlemen, our next stop number 8. That is the DoubleTree Hotel Galleria Mall. So, I have anyone hopping off here? I haven't asked everybody to remain seated while we make our approach. Again, helps keep you safe.
So I'm going to give you an interesting story. You see how that says Sundream? You can Google that and see who owns it, how much it's worth, and if somebody famous owns it. So it's Sundream in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So you can actually Google that and see who owns that exact boat. So they're docking right here at Galleria 1, which is the mall. And this is the DoubleTree. And then across the street is another place. And I love, there's our newlyweds. And then back over here we have, you can see there's more canals in through there. So the canals just keep going north, south, east, west, all over the place. Oh, so our friend Chuck says it's a charter company. That's pretty smart. Thank you for doing that. So that is a charter company that they rented out. It's pretty good to know. Again, I'm not from here, so I'm just doing this on the fly. And I hope we're learning and growing together. So I'm going to let our captain by because.
Yep. We'll go ahead and back on out, guys.
There we go. Now we're going to head back on out. This is pretty cool that you can take this all the way down to. Sandy, does this go all the way down to Miami? She's pulling up a map now.
This goes down to Stratum House.
It goes down to Stratum House, Fort Lauderdale. But it goes as far north. If you open this up, she's opening up the map to show you the whole. So we started right here, and we're going to go down to here. But you can take this north up. And so we're doing this full thing, all intercoast. And it goes in here and then down and back. So Miami's down here. And then this is the actual Atlantic Ocean. So we're doing the intercoastal, which is neat.
This one has a lighthouse.
That one has a what?
A lighthouse at the end.
Oh, there's a lighthouse at the end. That is pretty cool. And look at these condos.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, making our way on down from the Doubletree Hotel, Galleria Mall. It is my great privilege to introduce to you Donald. Donald's going to come on up here, and he's going to do a safety briefing.
Oh, we got another safety briefing.
Hey, every day, Donald. Donald's second.
We've already had the safety briefing earlier,
Crushing this safety briefing.
and he's crushing it. So let me turn this around. You can watch this from the beginning if you haven't. But we're going to take this all the way down to Hollywood, and then we'll stop the live, and we're going to do a Christmas light tour tonight. Let me turn this on.
Our personal flotation devices, also known as life vests. We ask you to remain seated while we are pulling it. And
Our friend Old 70 says that boat is chartered. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Anthony, thank you.
We sell beer, wine, water, and sodas.
Who's looking forward to the Christmas light tour this evening?
Also, for the month of December.
This is all new to me.
Tour at night, 6:30 and 8:30 p.m. It's an hour and a half.
Those are lifts to take up their private boats.
To drink, and they pay how they use it. And you get a tour of all the houses and boats decorated with all the Christmas lights and Christmas decorations for the holiday season. And again, those are at 6:30 and 8:30 p.m.
So we're going to be doing the, I believe, 6:30 p.m.
We got Captain Striker and First Mate Dave.
Just
I want to thank you again.
beautiful sunset.
Choosing us on your day in Fort Lauderdale. Thank you.
Where's Mark? Let me turn this around. You saw Mark when I was home or at the hotel recuperating from being sick.
Zuckerberg.
You saw Mark Zuckerberg.
Those are Zuckerberg.
Okay, that's cool.
Now, if you look at the map and you don't see the W stop, simply rotate your map 180 degrees, and then we'll go for the W. That is the W stop. It was the only stop typically. We got a lot of people wanting to pop on. We always go and check it out just in case anybody wants to come with us.
My friend Jenny says, I bet they have some cool displays. It's going to be really neat. And look at all the places they're building here.
Fort Lauderdale. That's the other side of Lost.
It's a beautiful angle.
Lost Landing, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find such treats in the Taco Bell with a liquor license. The world famous Elbow Room Bar. You'll find Coconut's Restaurant, which also has water taxi food.
There's some land for sale if you're interested. It's out of my price range, I'm sure.
You can get a tattoo. You can get a
Jenny, you're awesome.
You guys know there's little I've been to Florida t-shirt.
Now that the sun is setting, it's going to be easier for you to see because we won't have to worry about the glare.
We'll be there in just a few moments. We're going to go up here to the whistle stop first. Also, if you look to the right, you guys are going to see the sun going across the Middle River. That's the Middle River. It's the dividing line between where the people who live in their homes are versus across the people who own that as part of a larger real estate portfolio. Maybe you see the trust fund grandbabies. Maybe you see these folks in for the holidays. But for the most part, almost all of these houses aren't lived in. Now, there are some neighborhoods where people live in their homes as we get closer, and you'll certainly see that in Idlewild. But the very large homes are oftentimes purchased so that people can park their mega yachts there. Why? They don't want to spend thousands of dollars a day at a marina. Do you know how much it costs to park the boat in a marina? And when you dock up there, it can cost anywhere between $12 and $15 per night per foot, right? Well, some marinas have a minimum length. Don't think you're going to sneak in your 26-foot jumbo. Nope. Your starting price for like a face dock is 100 feet, even if your boat's 10 feet long. So it's very expensive. What does the shrewd billionaire do? They buy a mansion. They can park their vessel there, and they have a place where their yachties can stay. Those poor kids, they have to work on a mega yacht, and then they're forced to live in a mansion. My God, the humanity. I'm disgusted.
Boy,
Oh my
how do you get a job like that?
Yeah, this yellow house, this guy builds instruments for the United States Navy. He's from Connecticut. Comes down often in the wintertime. He owns a sandring yacht. That guy bought that mansion so his yacht could stay there. The only people you ever see there are the groundskeepers, the people who do his plant care, and occasionally the yachties when that thing's docked. Yachties are not allowed to stay on the boat when they're
That's pretty neat.
residents in Fort Lauderdale.
So we have comments from
So, ladies and gentlemen, do anybody else has a whistle?
7022.
All right, please stay.
Oh, you're new. Welcome.
Make our way in. Look at this boat in front of us, folks. That's what you guys look like. My God.
Anthony says, where are you now? We are in Fort Lauderdale, I'm assuming, based on
Goodness, look at that
all of this.
We're going to slide in and see if anybody wants to come with us. Maybe the guy in the reflective yellow vest and the hard hat. He might want to come with us.
There's another water taxi. Pretty cool.
Oh, look how
well, hello, HAM. Hope you're enjoying this and welcome on. So here we go. That's cool. They stop at every location. Music will probably get me a copyright infringement, but that's okay. Can cut it out later after it's uploaded. Mavrock 7022. Welcome again. Going live one more time tonight for the Christmas lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, have I got some fun information for you? As we make our way down to stop number 7, going past some of these lovely homes. Now, I hate to make you look into the sunshine, but we're still in the speed zone. The speed zone used to end right here in front of the house with the orange chairs, right? But now it's down 100 yards or so. Why is that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you. It's this guy right here. You guys pay him about 9 cents a month to live there. He's the founder of C-SPAN. All Congress, all the time.
C-SPAN.
45 years of programming. 2 interesting days of broadcasting. One was they didn't even broadcast. So, kind of fun guy. What makes him really more interesting? He's a lover of vitamin D, folks. You know how you get vitamin D?
Sun.
From the sun. That man is nothing if not thorough if you know what I mean. So,
There's some land for sale again.
friends at the Coast
Our
Guard
friend
trying
Anthony
to
says,
know us 'cause
"Where are
we
you
have
docking,
big
Dennis?"
with
That
the
now.
sign
I have
right
friends
over
in
there. Right
Missy May. I don't know. I think we're just gonna take this to the end, end it, and then head back. Probably stop and get something to eat.
Coming up, lots of former celebrity homes. Guys, lots of interesting history. Does the name Nick Nolte ring a bell? You guys know Nick Nolte?
Nick Nolte, yes.
If you guys want to have a good chuckle, Google Nick Nolte's Fort Lauderdale mugshot. It's like a cautionary tale. It's what they hang up in the Supercuts Training Academy. Nobody wants to see that. Nick Nolte lived where that house is. You see that green roof and yellow house?
Yeah, right there
Lived there with his sister.
with that yacht.
That's all I want to know about that relationship, right? Well, he couldn't leave the city because he had an ankle bracelet. Do you guys know why Nick Nolte had an ankle bracelet? They said he had a drinking problem. I'm here to tell you, Nick Nolte did not have a drinking problem. Nick Nolte had a stopping problem, right? Nick Nolte had a driving problem. He was a weapons grade drinker. He was one of the best drinkers in the world.
There's another canal.
He's here in Fort Lauderdale because of that, including the remake of Cape Fear. And I'm going to need Donald to come to the front of the boat, please, Donald.
Look at how beautiful that is. So over here we have more yachts and restaurants. Ocean Prime. Is that where we ate last night? No. Oh, we ate at 15th Street last night. Hey, thank you, Anthony. We are going to have a lot of fun. I appreciate you tuning in. It means a lot. I love this boat that we are coming up on. Not this one, the one next to it that you're going to see.
Guys, look off to the left. Are you like me? Are you sick and tired of people ignoring the wants and needs of billionaires? Well, we're the voting and yachting capital of the world, and we didn't have enough mega and giga yacht parking. So what do? We made 6 acres of parking lot disappear. We dug it deep. Now you can park up to 300-foot super yachts here.
Look at the size of that one.
Finally, somebody was listening, gang. We're the world's largest in-water boat yacht show, folks. This is the north end of it. For the first time this year, it was in full swing up here. It was super cute. Hey guys, look to the left. You see that parking garage? It's got a park up top. You can get married up there, renew your vows. Now, the limo can't make the sharp turns, so you're going to have to walk down the staircase. We all know what
That's incredible.
But you can also do sunrise yoga. I want you guys to look at me, know what I look like, because if you ever see me in a parking garage at sunrise, can turn in a funny position, I've been the victim of a violent crime. So please summon the authorities, but not there. Another fun fact, those slats represent whales' ribs. They have hundreds of thousands of LED lights to do animation and pictures. Well,
we'll see those tonight.
And one of our city leaders said, oh my gosh, what if somebody's distracted by the animation and tragically wrecks off the bridge into the water, or even worse, into Captain Shock? So they did an 18-month study. Do you guys know what they found? Not one driver looked up from their cell phone long enough to even be distracted by that bridge. So they went ahead and turned it on. Speaking of turn on, this is stop number 7, our second most popular stop. This is where you'll find the elbow room, a Taco Bell with a liquor license, the Coconuts restaurant, you name it. It's awesome, guys. Anybody hopping off? Awesome. Right, we'll let you know when it's safe to exit the boat. Thank you.
It is pretty. It's about 82 degrees today and nice breeze, lower humidity. I always think it's humid though. That's just my own personal opinion. These boats are just amazing.
Everybody have a seat. Now, be careful.
All right.
All right, folks, we're dinner.
And we have great cell phone service thanks to our friends at AT&T. I record everything from my iPhone in a tripod. It's pretty neat. We have 5 new people that just logged on. Let me know where you're from. And if you are excited to see the Christmas lights tonight along this canal, Intracoastal Canal, say that 7 times. The sun is a little bright on the west side, so I'm facing the angling on the east, which is what we're doing. As the sun is almost over the... The sky is gorgeous, though. Love how blue it is. Back in Connecticut, it's 30 degrees today. So this is a nice change. Our friend Jon says, hello, peace. This makes dozens of stops.
All right, folks, we're making our way on down to stop 7. Our next
Stop 7.
Stop number 6. See how we do that? 7 and 6, right? We're heading down in numbers. Where do you go to stop 5?
I love those emojis, ICH.
Stop number 6.
What time will you go live for the Christmas lives? I'm assuming it's about 7 o'clock East Coast time. Right now it's 5 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock. So it's 4:51. So I'd say about 7:30. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I have everything written out.
Coming up, but real quick before we do, look off to the right. Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard of the Bermuda Triangle? Anyone ever heard of the Bermuda Triangle? That's the westernmost point of the Bermuda Triangle. I'll tell you why. Flight 19, the Lost Squadron, took off from Frog Field there shortly before World War II, that naval air training station. Very, very busy before and during World War II. The Lost Squadron disappeared without a trace. Wave after wave of search and rescue missions left from Fort Lauderdale, they all disappeared. Now, I love science. For the last 27 years, my wife and I have spent over $100,000 of our own money. On a side note, I'm tips gladly accepted. We've spent over $100,000 of our own money over the last 27 years. But no one wants it to be true more than we do. Do you know how I investigated? Every year, my wife and I send my mother-in-law on a cruise into the Bermuda Triangle. Every year she comes back. Folks, I know what you're thinking. Captain Chuck, what about your father-in-law? It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make in the name of science. Right? We all have to pay our dues. Oh, my goodness. Now, another fun fact. George Herbert Walker Bush, former president, youngest fighter pilot in the U.S. Navy, did training there before he was sent to the Pacific. We're very proud of our heritage of service and commitment here in Fort Lauderdale. So, gang,
ICH does support my friends. Whatever we can do.
Been doing this forever. But the safety briefing, my favorite time of day. Put your hands together.
Oh, here's Mark Zuckerberg's house.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard the Fort Lauderdale Water Taxi. We are a United States Coast Guard regulated vessel.
That's Mark
You have on
Zuckerberg's.
board our personal flotation devices, also known as life vests. They are under your seats.
That blue one.
Under the center console. We ask you to remain seated while we're going in and out at our stops. It is for your safety. Also, there is no smoking or vaping while on board. We do sell beer, wine, water, and sodas. Just scan the QR code that's posted right up there, and it'll drop down the menu of everything we have on board. Also, it is December. We have our holiday light tours twice a night at 6:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. It's an hour and a half, and with your ticket purchase, it also includes a beverage. You get a tour of all the houses and boats that are decorated for the holiday season.
Look at how that boat is up docking to
Okay, my name is Donald. We got Captain Chuck, and we got our first mate, Dave. I want to welcome you aboard the Fort Lauderdale Water Taxi, and thank you for everyone choosing us. Enjoy your stay in Fort Lauderdale. Thank you.
The sizes of these things are incredible. Just the staff alone. So again, you can Google the names and it will tell you who owns that boat. Whether it's a prince or a tycoon, it will tell you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to follow that act, but I'm going to try. We're going to come into stop number 6 now. This is our Bahia Bar. They don't like to be called a marina. They're a yachting center. It's the focal point for the world's largest in-water boat and yacht show. They brought in over 6.5 miles of floating dock boats. That's over 10 kilometers.
That's
They
insane.
brought it in, put it together. They drove hundreds and hundreds of pilings temporarily. They 1,800 boats, 1,800 boats. This brings in
Our friend Chuck says, "What's
2 Super Bowls.
the name of that
We're
one?"
really lucky to
Oh,
have it.
thank you, our friend Anthony.
Look off to the left. You guys see that old-fashioned looking boat? That was built for Johnny Depp. You guys know Johnny Depp?
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp.
He's a pretty man. He sold that boat to J.K. Rowling, you know, the author of The Hobbit's Tale and Lord of the Rings.
And this is all public knowledge.
Come on, you see that you're paying attention. My wife's an English teacher. I love that joke because it gets under her skin. Right? Couldn't wait for that Harry Potter series to end. They turned that last book into 2 movies. I got kids that age. Oh my lord. Anyway, J.K. Rowling sold it.
So you Googled it. It's a guy that owns the Red Sox. That's pretty cool.
Billionaire is just a billionaire, but a Russian.
Thank you.
Oligarch. I know him.
Takes a village.
Some oligarch, and then that guy recently sold it. They stripped that boat and they redid every inch of the surface. Went by there. I had a mate who'd never seen it up close. I worked a night shift the other night. We got by just the white lights from the other yacht. That is such good woodwork that it looked like it was dripping wet. Oh, amazing. Now, if you do decide to go onto that boat, don't worry. Johnny Depp sold that before Amber Heard would have done anything horrible to the bed sheets. So, yeah, lucky guys. Watch those. Man, that was a messy divorce. Anybody watch?
I don't get into it.
My wife and my daughter were riveted.
Thank you, Sandy.
Anyway, we're gonna pull our
I said thank you, Sandy.
Stop number 6. Anybody up and off here? Great stop. Oh, I like it. All right, guys. We'll let you know when it's safe to stand up. And,
Okay, so gonna do.
Thank you so much, guys. You're hop on.
So we have 11 people on. I want to thank you. I think we're going to have just a couple more stops and then I'll be ending this. I can't get up now until they dock, but I do want to show you the marina over here and the different style southern boats. This is the city of Fort Lauderdale Fire Station. So a huge shout out to our friends at Fort Lauderdale Fire Station. We appreciate your safety and your service. So that is super cool. And then we have, there's a water taxi over here. And then,
so you don't have to just stay.
okay, so what I'm going to do is head over here on this side.
Okay. No.
Turn this around so you can see the angling is much better this way. But right there is another water taxi. And then right over here is a cute little, it looks like New Orleans style boat that they would have at Disney. Let's wait until we take off. It amazes me how much fuel these things take. And the water taxis are a lot of fun. So what we'll do is we'll stop for dinner and then we'll come back on and we will do the Christmas light tour. Let me get to your comments. Our friend Chuck says the MLB winter meeting will be taking place next week in Orlando. Is probably why he's there. Oh, that makes sense for the Red Sox. And our friend Anthony says, Dennis, do you live in Florida? I'll take tours with you and your subscribers. I do not. I'm only in Florida for a week and I go back home tomorrow. So I do not live in Florida. I come down here a couple times a year, but that's pretty much it. And then our friend Frog Hopper, I love that screen name. Preserve frogs. You're so neat. Okay. Oh, that says Boston, Massachusetts on that boat. That's pretty cool. Too cold up there to be doing tours, so they come down here. But again, thank you to our friends at Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue.
All right, folks, our next stop is Pier 66.
Yeah, it's on our lap. Yeah. So I thought we were taking it, but I can go.
So over here we can go.
If you guys are looking to buy a little place here in Fort Lauderdale, $4.4 million will get you a nicely apportioned 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and with an HOA fee of $3,500 per month.
Incredible.
You can't afford not to. Do you guys know who Joe Lewis is? Does the name Joe Lewis ring a bell? The boxer. Hey. Anyway, Joe Lewis. He's not the boxer though. This is the English billionaire. Right? He used to be the 4th wealthiest man in Britain, guys. 4th wealthiest guy in England.
Wonder if that place has elevators.
Meghan Markle now. He's the 3rd richest guy in England, right? Prince Harry, what are you thinking? Anyway, he bought that place for $140 million. He spent $700 million on it. Very cool.
I just love that.
Look at
Pretty.
that. People holding that line so that boat doesn't take off.
Yeah.
Those are what we call yachties, folks. They're they don't always like to be called yachties, but they're actually trained. They have special things from the Coast Guard. They have special training like a STCW, life saving. They know how to tie lines. They know all these things related to boats. They have steward licenses and cook's license, engineer license, and you know what they do all day? They polish and clean. Wax on,
So
wax
I'd
on.
like to say hi to our friends. Oh,
Anyway,
Anthony says, where's home? If I may ask, I live in Connecticut, but I travel all over the place. I've heard of Below Deck. And
that is not actually the boat's name.
BEH says, well, I want to say hello. Welcome.
Can't find a job. When you're a billionaire, you don't want drama below decks. You want your champagne bottle magically filled. Then you want that person to disappear into the ether.
There's a lot of land for sale.
The exception are the captains and the chefs. Because of their celebrity status, they get cool jobs. But the mates do not. It's almost impossible for them to find work in the industry.
Our friend Anthony says, thank you for kindly replying to my questions, Dennis. Anytime. I don't always see the comments. They fly by sometimes. Our friend 93 says, rich folk be like, I know. Hey, that's literally, I mean, those who can't do, like myself.
House on the right, that's the president, CEO of AutoNation. Get a picture of that house next time you buy a car and they tell you they can't come down another 500. Pull out a picture and say, contraire, mon frere. I think you got some wiggle room. This is where the boss lives. That's pretty cool.
AutoNation.
Now, sadly,
Take a screenshot.
Is where a house built for Augie Bush was. It was used in the movie Where the Boys Are. What's interesting about that lot, look at that tree. Isn't that cool?
That's a neat tree.
Now, they had an arborist come out and trim it up. But that thing drops down from the limbs. Very cool, protected tree.
It's worth millions.
Also, the Yingling family. You guys ever drink Yingling beer? Yeah. They used to not sell Yingling in Florida. We found out they were going to start selling it. We got all excited. And guess what?
Our friend Anthony says, I subscribe. Hope to see more tours. Well, thank you. I do a lot of tours of New England,
Here, that's
Utah, Midwest, West Coast.
is on board.
Especially the foliage. Our friend Derek says ocean sport fisher. Hey, my dad's a sport fisher.
And that house over there.
He also said took a 56 from Freeport, Texas, all the way in. Took 80 biking back. That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
In Fort Lauderdale, and the largest privately owned solar array in the county. The guy actually made money from the energy company. Guy bought this 4 separate properties to celebrate his 70th birthday and his divorce.
Ooh.
My wife and I decided when we heard that story that if we make it to 70, we're just going to ride our unholy union out till the end. But not him. He bought 4 places out of.
That's the best angling for the sun.
One of them belonged to comedian Rodney Dangerfield. Then he only lived there for a few years. Had it sold. He offered it for $98 million. Sold it for about 70. The new owners couldn't tear down the new building fast enough, and we're interested to see what they're going to put in. Folks, no billionaire wants to live in another billionaire's home. They want to live in their own dream home. Same thing with yachts. Very few billionaires want to buy other billionaires' yachts.
Interesting.
This is my favorite piece of property in this stretch of the river. Ladies and gentlemen, there once upon a time there was a lady. She was dating Frank Sinatra. You guys know Frank Sinatra?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was dating Frank Sinatra. They broke up. On the rebound, she starts dating this guy. They get married. They have a couple little boys. That lady was the poor little rich girl, Gloria Vanderbilt. Gloria Vanderbilt. They say she was a genius fashion designer. I say anybody can make blue jeans if they know how to sew. Her genius? Getting women to buy jeans at $100 a pop in the 1970s. That's genius. She was a marketing genius.
Smart.
Well, sadly, I mentioned she had 2 sons. Sadly, one of them died. The other one, a little silver.
I guess that goes to show you money can't buy you happiness, right?
Anderson Cooper. Her son Anderson Cooper would go on to work for a guy who founded a network, lived right around the corner, at least built a house, Ted Turner. That's a small world when you're a billionaire. Now, if you guys want to come live amongst the jets, I highly recommend you do. I'd start off with this yellow house off to the left. That house is for sale. They only want $42.5 million for that home.
Holy stars.
It's move-in ready. They never lived there. Well, it's almost move-in ready. They bought that house and they can park their lawn. Or, I'm sorry, their yacht.
Our friend Derek says 1,000 miles. That's amazing. 10 days round trip. My father would love to do that.
Is that the price or the phone number underneath that? But actually, I do know. It's $42.5 million. Fun fact.
I don't know who can afford that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's crazy.
they have an animal rescue there called Per Inc. Can you imagine living there as a foster animal, then go into your forever home? That's going to be disappointing, isn't it? They raise,
It's incredible.
or I should say, foster 2 dogs and 100 cats in that building. I think I know why they're getting a divorce now.
Amen, Jenny.
Do we have anybody on board from out of town? Show of hands if you're from out of town. Okay, I might be a little biased, but I think Fort Lauderdale has the most beautiful sunset in the world. There's only one other sunset I saw that was even close. It's on the island of Santorini in the Cyclades in Greece, and it's known for its sunset over the caldera. I think we have them beat. Why? If you look up, you'll see our clouds look a little brown. That's dust from the Sahara Desert. Also, west of us is a slow-moving grass river. You might know it as a swamp called the Everglades, and it's off-gassing. So that goes into the atmosphere. We also have agriculture west of here. Now, as the sun sets over the horizon and the gravity from the earth and the curvature elongates those light waves into the red spectrum, you get gorgeous sunsets. And sometimes we have storms pop up offshore and it lights them up. It is the most amazing thing. Now, you might have to look past a high rise or a palm tree. Of course, I promise we have a amazing stuff.
Look at all the sailboats over there.
Again, I might be a little biased. Oh, look, the kids are out sailing over there to the right. Look at this.
That's over there.
The Lauderdale Yacht Club. Little kids get to go to learn how to sail there, starting from the age of 8 all the way to the age of 18. They have quite the pedigree, folks. Their alumni include gold medalists and crews from America's Cup winning teams. That is no small feat, my friends. Lauderdale Yacht Club, the oldest yacht club in Fort Lauderdale, continuing the tradition of sailing and being a mariner. They teach celestial navigation, line handling, sailing. Nothing makes me happier than to see an 11-year-old little girl sailing circles around an old grizzled 65-year-old guy on a multi-million-dollar sailboat. That just makes my heart happy. Speaking of, oh, look at that. In front of us on the other side of the bridge, you see one of our freighters all loaded up and leaving. If you live east of the Mississippi and you've ever had tropical fruit, ladies and gentlemen, you've had fruit that's come through Port Everglades. Bananas, mangoes, and the like. Oh, I love that. Now, maybe you guys can help me figure something out. You guys ever buy a banana? Okay. Bananas are awesome. Now, let's say you're a banana. You're in Costa Rica. Day 1, they cut you, and you might wind up on a trailer. Day 2, you're in a truck. Day 3, you're at the port. Day 4, you're loaded onto a ship.
Sun's gorgeous.
Maybe day 5, you're waiting for the ship to finish. Day 6, 7, 8, 9, you're on your way here. Day 10, you pull into Port Everglades. Day 11, you're offloaded. Day 12, you're put onto a truck. Day 13, you're offloaded at Kroger's, Albertsons, Publix, Piggly Wiggly, you name it. 2 weeks later, some sit-faced little high school kid puts you out. Captain Chuck Bob. How come in 2 weeks that thing stays bright yellow, but I can't make it to 10 minutes home before it starts turning brown? Isn't that? You ever think about that? It's amazing. Well, Fife, Chiquita, and Dole all bring that produce into the United States via Fort Everglades, and everything on the eastern seaboard comes through here. Very cool. We're glad to have them. They just finished a multi-billion-dollar.
That's the restaurant we ate at last night.
Center. The Omni also built an 801-room hotel, thanks in part to the House of Mouse, the Disney Cruise Lines. They opened up shop here. We are the 3rd busiest cruise ship port in the world, Dave. You know who's number 1 now?
Miami.
Canal.
Oh.
Canaveral took over for Miami. We thought we were going to be number 1. We almost beat our own record a couple weeks ago, but we were shy by a couple thousand people. We had 8 cruise ships in port, including the Mouse. Ladies and gentlemen, you take any one of those cruise ships, especially the large ones, and you park them next to that bridge, they're going to overhang shore front and back by a couple hundred feet. The lifeboats are going to be up where the deck of that bridge is. Isn't that amazing?
So that's what we ate last night. And they light up the canal, and you can see the fish, and you can feed them. There's a little store right there. You can buy food to feed the fish.
Pier 66, that's the place Joe Louis spent $700 million redoing. He redid the hotel, then he insisted that they add it to the Register of Historic Places. Very cool. It's got a revolving bar that also serves small plates. That bar spins once every 66 minutes. It used to spin around every 6.6 seconds, but they got tired of cleaning all the food and drinks off the inside of the window, so they slowed it down significantly. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan owns a nice little condo here. You can too. You can be his neighbor, and you get your own water taxi stop. My goodness. Oh, look at that. That's Steven Spielberg's former yacht. More on that in a minute or two.
Oh.
I like it. Is that a big yacht?
Yeah.
I like Steven Spielberg.
That
Good movie. Remember the line in Jaws, you're going to need a bigger boat? He took that to heart, didn't he? So we're going to pull in here. You see one of the world's largest fishing boats. It's called the Bad Company. All these boats are multi-million-dollar boats, so your good buddy Captain Chuck here's going to put the microphone down so I don't get any of my sexy yellow paint on their sexy hulls. Fair enough? We'll be out in just a minute. When we're
I
making
gotta
our
sit
way
down for
into
this.
that last few feet, I am going to ask everybody to grab a seat for me so we can comply with that seating rule as we dock. Thank you.
Again, you can Google the names on the back of the boat, and you can see who owns them. Jenny, let me turn this around. You've been on here a long time. I love it. He said, awesome. Fish, emojis. Yeah, I still have a little bit of a cough, but it's okay. I took Mucinex and a bunch of other stuff. So hopefully that will help clear things up. So pretty. Oh, look at this. That one looks like a car. Sandy, Sandy, that looks like a car. See those?
It is a car.
It is a floating car.
It's bad here. Look at the parking.
That's pretty cool. Oh, sorry.
If you want to rent one of those, you need a 15-minute course, right? You need a credit card and a blood alcohol content of 0.02 or higher. You have one of those things. So you're actually testing with carbon body on them. They're a little unstable. During the boat show, somebody has one down here with the bridge. You guys know what it's right? If you understand that they're not dangerous, but you don't know about crosswalks, that's it for you. Under the bridge, you understand it perfectly safe. But if you don't know, and you have a credit card blood alcohol content, we are telling during the boat show, one of our water taps, found out where he's at the boat for one of those.
So now it's going to really get pretty because the sun is going down. I don't have to worry about angling. That's a lot of work doing this. YouTubing, videoing.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next stop is under the bridge at stop number 4. Now, if anybody want to go to Hollywood, if you want to go to Hollywood, it's going to be a little bit of a wait today, or at least right now.
So we're going to end it.
Left at 5 o'clock. So it'll be back here in about an hour and a half.
So we don't need to go to Hollywood.
We'll get out here a little closer to that time. We're going to hop off at stop number 3. Stop number 3 is 15th Street Fishery.
So
just across. That seafood is amazing. Folks, seafood.
I think we're going to end it here because we're going to get off and grab something to eat.
I like fresh seafood, so I promise you, it's the real deal. All right, I promise you guys know about Steven Spielberg's boat.
We're going to hear about Steven Spielberg's boat. Our friend Chuck says Steven Spielberg's yacht was named Seven Seas and remained Man of Steel after he sold it in 2021.
High school does during its duty day.
That's cool. See, you probably know, my friend Chuck, you probably know more history about this than our actual tour guide. You're awesome.
I know.
When he's not on his yacht, he's on his private jet. This guy proves us now. He's a captain of industry in Canada. He owns a company, he's the largest ore and steel producer in Canada. So he owns it. He changed the name from Seven Seas to the Man of Steel. This thing is huge.
See, you said that, Chuck. See, you're more knowledgeable than they are. That's pretty cool. All right.
Please stay seated while we pull in to our stop Number 4.
I'm going to end this here.
We're gonna wait for this
We're
to
gonna
go
grab
down
a
the dock before we pull in. Then we'll make
bite
our
to eat,
way
and
in.
then we'll do our Christmas lights. So thank you for joining, and I want to thank our friend Chuck for all the knowledge and history about this one, the Man of Steel. That's a pretty impressive boat. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you for the Christmas light tour in an hour or so. Have an awesome day. I don't know what all these things do. Oops. Ha, whenever I do that, it's like, whoops, that's not good.